Good morning. We're glad you stopped by for the coffee shop, and we're going to tell you who our special guests are, but first let's have a word from our sponsor, Memorial Hospital.
Good morning. We're glad to be here early this morning. As you can see, now we're downtown Center, Texas, Main Square, and we're enjoying the Watermelon Festival. And we have the watermelon. Now I need to get these titles right because I'll screw it up royally. This is the king and queen of the Watermelon Festival, right?
Right.
And y'all have done this one other time before, I understand.
1949.
1949.
41 years ago.
41 years ago. I'm glad she said that. I didn't, you know. I normally get in a lot of trouble counting back years, you know. And your name?
JoBeth Hardy Wilburn. I was Hardy at that time, but I married Alice Wilburn, so I'm JoBeth Hardy Wilburn.
Yeah, years change things around, don't they? And who is our king over here?
Billy Clyde Duncan.
Oh, Billy Clyde is the king of the watermelons this year. And, of course, y'all did this 40 years ago, is that right? 41 years ago.
41 years ago.
Okay. Has anything changed since you were first watermelon king and queen?
Oh, yes. Lots of changes have happened.
A lot of watermelons have been eaten.
Watermelons, yes. Yes.
What happened back then? Can y'all remember kind of some of the things that happened?
Well, one of the things, it was a beauty pageant, and JoBeth won. So I was her escort that night, so I just rode in, you know, as king.
Well, I figured you didn't win no beauty contest.
No, I sure did. But JoBeth was the winner that night. How many Dutches they have? Or 19?
I believe it was about 19, yes.
But
The ceremony held.
Okay, the ceremony was held on the side, the other side of the square over here.
On the square, though.
On the square that night, and it was a large platform, kind of like they used to have the platforms for the political speakings. And we all came and were on there, and then they announced who had won. The night before, all of the girls were dressed in their formals, and you know, and we did before the judges all the things we were supposed to do at the little Center Grammar School down here. And so we didn't know who or anything until we came to the ceremony that night, and then they announced it.
I'm curious, how did you feel when they called you this year and asked you to come and be a part of it?
Very excited. Yes, very excited. I'll say I was 15 at that time when I was chosen back in 1949. So you know my age now. But you know, you're as young as you act anyway, and I always have never felt like this, you know. So it was a wonderful experience then, and it's been most excitable and a very nice experience. And I've enjoyed all the people, and we've had a lot of phone calls and just lots of memorable things that's happened this time. Reminiscing,
well,
yes.
I'd like to say that I think she's pretty enough to win a beauty contest again.
I do too. I think so honest. And you know, it amazes me that you've admitted your age here on this, but calculating what Billy Clyde's been telling us for years how old he is, he'd have to have been 2 years old when he won that.
That's right. I was 2 years old. No.
She cares not to say I'm not really.
No, really and truly, I was 2 years older than she at that time.
Okay.
I was 17.
Billy Clyde, I want to tell you, that is probably one of the most crowns I've ever seen in my life that Billy Clyde has. Now, most what, I don't know, but it's really one of the most crowns I've seen. Is that pure gold, Billy Clyde?
I don't believe so. No,
I don't think the sheriff or the city police or anybody else, so
no,
I'm willing to
I don't think it is.
They didn't say you had to turn it back in at the end of the festival.
We could keep it.
Keep it. Well, that's good. You know, that's nice and generous of them to give such things on that. But anyhow,
Very good.
Very good.
Billy, Joe, he's asking, are watermelons as sweet as they used to be?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, they are.
That was a dumb question. I'm trying to relay now. We're having these messages from our cameraman. Yeah, Buster's asking these dumb questions, okay? But, you know, we would never resort to such kind of questions as this. Buster,
I wouldn't do anything like that.
Right.
Members of the same church now here, you know.
Now, we got to take turns with the microphone. I keep doing this way, you know. It's like you talk and I move, you know. So, okay, here we are. We're going to ask a question. Now, the question was, now this is coming from our cameraman, which is Buster Bounce.
Buster wanted to know where the watermelons came from, if you got those out of some patch, Billy Clyde.
No, I didn't, and I'm not sure where I ever did do that and not go in somebody else's
I never did do those things either.
Well, our queen and king have denied ever having done anything dishonest in regards to watermelons, okay? And we appreciate y'all appearing on the show this morning or this afternoon or whenever we're supposed to be. And glad to have y'all, the Watermelon King and Queen. So appreciate it, and y'all have a good Watermelon Festival. We shall return. Buster's given us 2 counts for when we come on, but he didn't say which 2 it was, and I got lost kind of. We have our state representative, Jerry Johnson, that's here with us at the Watermelon Festival and Center. I have an important question I wanted to ask Jerry about. One thing was that I heard there was some kind of state legislature problem that was coming up in regards to spitting of watermelon seeds on the sidewalk, and I just wanted to get that straight, that we weren't going to have the legislature impose such a unbelievable restriction of our watermelon rights.
Being a country boy and having spit seed before myself, there'll never be a law preventing it. Okay, is that fair enough?
That's fair enough. You're not afraid to
That's
make.
one promise I'm not afraid to make today.
That's right. Can we get us one of them whereases and with all the papers and whereas and therefore about to?
Well, we can do a resolution on it.
Oh, okay.
What we need to do is a resolution, you know, promoting seed spitting.
That's a good
Because I'd hate for everybody to not spit those seed out.
I guarantee. Well, no, we appreciate Jed being at the Watermelon Festival this year, and I bet you've been to 1 or 2 other events since you've been in the legislature.
Yes, I have. A number of events. Of course, I enjoy them. I've been in Shelby County all day. This morning I started out with over at First Baptist Church Family Life Center with a group of senior citizens who were having some contest, and then the Lions Club at noon and the watermelon cutting this afternoon. So I've enjoyed it. It's good to be back out of Austin and have time to see some of my good constituents.
Right, right. And you know, it's I guess an unusually busy, good day in Center Texas this week as far as today with the Senior Citizens event. We had that last week. We talked with Doc Golden about that.
Okay.
And
yeah.
so we're familiar with what's going on there. But glad to see you supporting everything. What do you think of Watermelon Festival? Do you think it's just, what does different events like this realistically do for a community?
It gives them some enthusiasm for their community, I think, a little esprit de corps, and I think it's great. Every event that I attend in a community, there's someone there working at it, and that's great. You know, whether it's a volunteer fire barbecue in Shelbyville or wherever, you find good people involved, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It adds to a community.
Okay, I'm going to pass this over to We're having fun with this microphone today because I don't know when to stop talking and move the mic. You know. Say something, Shirley.
As it's crammed
If he
down my
would give you a
throat.
chance, he would.
We just really appreciate you being here, Jerry, and being over here this morning for the Senior Citizens Program. We really enjoy seeing our people from Austin attend these things, and you got good representation in Center Texas today, did you not?
I did,
That's
for
great.
fact. That's right. Well, thank you for the nice remarks. You know, I don't enjoy anything any more than being out like today, visiting with folks. And I might just say, and I said this on Maddie's show a little earlier.
Hey, we've been up-classed here. Hey, we're second-rate now. We know he's already been to the big time.
It's only 165 days until we go into the next legislative session. So if folks have regular in January, not special, I don't want any more of those this year. But if people have any ideas regarding legislation, I'm ready to hear them. We need to get started early. We can drop bills in the hopper in November, see?
That's
so,
right.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, the watermelon seed spitting resolution, I think, would do very good to make sure that that's guaranteed as our constitutional right.
We will have that for this time next year, okay?
You got that. Marked and said.
Thank you for joining us.
Good
Hope
to see
you
both
again.
of you.
You bet.
Appreciate y'all.
Big bike contest over there.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that's our state representative, Jerry Johnson.
We wanted y'all to see the best-dressed watermelon person on the square in Center today, and this is Frances Oates.
Thank you, Shirley. We're having a ball out here. Wish everybody in Shelby County was here.
The weather is great, it's cool, the wind's blowing, and I want y'all to look now, just in case you can't. Frances has the earrings, she has the pin, she has the pendant, and she has her shoes and her slacks and her vest. She is Miss Watermelon today, I do believe. Wouldn't you agree?
Thank you, Shirley.
We appreciate your participation and all the work that you're doing for downtown.
Well, we've already given away 200 slices of watermelon.
So we've had at least 200 people here, or 100 who've eaten 2 slices.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
We appreciate you let us visit with you.
Thank you.
We're visiting here with Charlotte, our Main Street manager. Tell us what all we have planned for today, Charlotte.
Oh, we've got lots of contests. We've got a big bite contest at 5. We've got a seed spitting. We've got a watermelon eating, and then we've got the biggest watermelon contest that we have the weigh-in. We have over 18 arts and crafts booths here. Free watermelon for everyone, and it's a good time for everybody.
It looks like we're getting all ages here and involved. You want to introduce your guest?
This is Lindsay Jacks. This is my niece, Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay. Is that a good watermelon? Good. I believe she's enjoying it.
She's having a good time.
It looks like everybody's having a great time, Charlotte.
Oh, yeah. So everything's going really, really good. We've got great weather for it. We thought it was going to be too hot, then we thought it was going to rain, but it turned out real well. We've got people selling the watermelons, and of course we've got our Queen and King from 1949. So everything's turning out really good, I think.
Great, and you've done a great job. Thank you, Charlotte.
We're glad to have one of our younger citizens of Shelby County, Mr. Hinkle Schillings. And Mr. Hinkle has been around, I think, a year or two longer than the festival, this year at least. Mr. Hinkle, what do you remember about watermelons in Shelby County?
So much till it'd be hard to describe, Wayne.
I bet it would.
Of course, I grew up on the farm.
Right.
And still raise watermelons.
Right.
I pulled 3 out of my patch this morning. And I've never been, it's not been a year in my life it didn't have homegrown watermelon.
Yeah. And that's been 4 or 5 years, hasn't it, Mr. Hinkle? Yeah, it sure has.
Good while.
What, do you remember the first festival? Gosh, they were talking 41 years ago they had a festival. Do you even remember that?
Well, I was sure I'm satisfied, Wayne, but been so much going on till I don't remember.
Right, I doubt it. They said they had 4,000 people at that first one, and that was a big event for Shelby County. Did folks used to turn out a little bit better for things here at the square than maybe they do nowadays?
Well, I think they did all over the county, Wayne.
Yeah.
I remember 2 different times at the Fox Bowl at Bowlesville. It's 10,000 people. But you can't hardly get that many people together again.
You think it's because we got television sets and stuff like that folks don't want to turn out like they used to?
It's too many things.
Yeah.
Too many things are going on.
Yeah, I don't doubt that, Mr. Hinkle. Folks used to just get together and have a big time at different times. Now they just stay at the house and watch the old square box, I think. Well, I know you still get out a lot and go to the Shelby County Singing Convention every once in a while, Mr. Hinkle.
Yeah. Regular,
I know you do.
Yeah.
And of course you've been the granddaddy of fox hunters here in Shelby County for many a year. Bowlesville's still staying pretty busy down there with the different events?
Everything's looking up.
That's good.
The fox pen and everything's looking up.
That's great.
The fox bowl's been reseeded and everything's looking up.
Well, that's good. Well, Mr. Hinkle, we appreciate you stopping by and visiting with us, and know all the folks out there across the county, good to hear and see from you. Good to talk with you, and hope you have a good time eating watermelon this year.
I was full before I come up here.
Thank you, Mr. Hinkle.
Thank you.
You bet.
Buster and I have just caught the mayor and his wife, and he tells me that y'all were dating in 1949. Is that right?
That's wrong. I didn't start dating in 51.
51, okay. Is that right, Mark?
That's right.
That's right. All right, well, Buster said you would admit, though, that you'd ever stolen a watermelon.
Fifth Amendment.
You are, after all, you are the mayor.
It isn't fair for Buster to know this much about us.
Well, that's why he started to call me back over there and tell me something. He said, no, I know too much.
Right.
So tell me what y'all were doing in 1951 dating.
We actually didn't start dating until 1952.
The mayor stands corrected.
The mayor stands corrected, and married in 53, and been here ever since.
Do you remember the 1949 Watermelon Festival?
I do not.
You were a little bit young for that. What about you, George?
No, in 49 I was working in Dallas on a 3-story building. I was not here in Center, Texas at that time.
Did you ever win any watermelon seed spitting contests?
My knowledge, I never did enter a contest like that.
I'm sure there were lots of interesting things to do in Shelby County in 52.
There were always interesting things to do in Shelby County. The county fair was a biggie back then. That was our big event of the year, it seemed like. And of course, I was just a year out of high school when we married, so all of my earlier things were all school related.
Georgia, you didn't go to school here in Center, is that correct?
I graduated in 46 here in Center High.
You did graduate here in Center. Well, y'all had originally lived in Carthage.
Moved here in 39. I was in the 5th grade, and I've been here ever since.
Ever since. Well, I knew that you had been in Carthage.
I'm not a Panola County person. I'm a Shelby County product.
We're proud of that. We're so proud that our mayor's from Shelby County, not from Panola County. Claims that anyway, huh?
That's right.
What other things do you see as you look at today that you're reminded of in relationship to 52 and 53?
Well, I don't
I don't know whether I can answer that.
Of course, the courthouse.
The courthouse is still here, but it looks 100% better. The grounds have improved by 100%. With the Main Street project, the square looks completely different. I mean, it's been renovated, and it looks great.
I don't think we could say enough about the Main Street and the improvements that have been done. And, of course, the Historical Society and the different ones who have landscaped the lawn here. It looks beautiful.
It is beautiful. It is beautiful.
We appreciate y'all sharing with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shirley.
Some more of our personalities we've got here on the square are two Jacks from the radio station. We appreciate y'all sharing with us. What's your recollection about the changes in watermelon festivals over the years?
Well, they got better, I believe, and most of the time colder. A long time ago, we didn't have any cold watermelons.
Put them down in the well?
Yeah, we'd put them down in water and let them cool, and or either that, we would try to cover them up in the daytime out at the patch to keep them a little bit cool.
So you're talking about cool, not cold?
No, I'm talking about cool, not cold.
It's cold, Shirley?
I haven't got to try them yet.
No, I haven't, but everybody comes by to ask, they say they really are good.
Yeah, they look real good, real fine watermelons. And we got a great crowd out here for this. I'm certainly happy to be here, and we're kind of playing a few records, and we got some giveaways back here.
See if she ever heard of anyone counting the seeds of a watermelon, Jack.
Yeah. We'll see that watermelon right back there. Guess how many seeds in that watermelon?
Well, when I'm eating it, it seems like 1,999. I don't believe that they ever perfect the ones without seeds, it will be as sweet. Do you?
I don't think that will ever happen. I certainly appreciate you coming by and visiting with us.
We appreciate y'all are doing.
Good.
Thank you
very much.
We're here at the Watermelon Festival, and the kids are all lined up ready for the Big Bite contest. What's your name?
Chad
Chad what?
Lawson. Mark Lawson. Jeffrey Rhodes.
Everybody ready?
Casey Clark. April Osborne. Christy Michaels. Bridget Artiga. Colin McElroy. David Lawrence.
Have you been in a watermelon contest before?
You have.
Did you win? Okay, we're getting ready. Charlotte's fixing to have the announcement that we're going to have the Big Bite contest. There's probably 15 or 20 here. Does everybody like watermelon? Good.
All right, is everybody ready? On three, I'll take a big bite. 1, 2, 3.
We had some big bites here. Are they measuring the bites? Yeah. They're measuring the bites. Terry Allen is the official measurer. Colin has a 3-inch.
What's your name?
What's your name?
David.
Who hasn't been measured? What's your name?
Lindsay.
Did you have a big bite? Did Liza have a bigger bite?
Mm-hmm.
She did. Well, tell her to come here. Let's see how big her bite was. What's your name?
Liza.
Let me see your bite. Pretty big, wasn't it? How old are you, Liza?
5.
5 years old.
Lindsay. Okay, y'all, looks like we got a winner. Ed Johnson had a 4-inch bite.
Let's see this child with a 4-inch bite. Ed, come on up here. Ed Johnson is the winner of the Big Bite contest. How old are you, Ed?
I'm 13.
Have you always had a big bite?
I guess, I don't know.
Do you get in trouble with your mom with your big bite?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you go to school, Ed?
I go to Center.
You're in Center High. In Center, what school?
Junior high.
Junior high. What grade?
I'm going to the 8th.
Going to the 8th grade. All right, teachers, beware. This is Ed with the big bite. Thank you, Ed.
We are now at the official Shelby County Watermelon Seed Spitting Contest, and the gentleman in charge of the festivities is David Chadwick. Is doing a best out of 3 on seed spitting. Now, this takes a special talent that only is developed in the country of Shelby County, because they have to pucker just right and use only a watermelon from Shelby County and aiming with the wind in the proper direction. And Mr. Chadwick has been out here watching very carefully today to make sure that the wind was going to be flowing at this moment at the exact rate that was necessary for the right seed spitting contest. Now, David's getting the crowd ready to go, and you can see they're anxiously anticipating. They're going to do a practice shot. Buster Bounds has advised me they're allowing one practice shot on seed spitting before the contest begins. Buster, what do you think that the excitement that's building here for this annual seed spitting contest, what anticipation do you feel in your experience in Hart and whatever else is anticipating today?
Well, I think that the anxiety level is certainly elevated in the crowd. I noticed that most of the people that are downwind are trying to find goggles or helmets or maybe a handkerchief in anticipation.
One fellow outside an umbrella. Yeah, that was anxiously anticipating something that we really haven't 4-2C or C24 heretofore have seen before.
We're also noticing that the fly crop is increasing.
Is it? Yes.
They're looking forward to this.
Well, they come for the after events more than just in the contest though.
Is this going to be Mr. Chadwick? Is this going to be a practice shot? That's right, one practice shot.
My children are in the middle of the spit trail here, and now we're going. Now, how are they going to find which one is the seed? How are they going to tell who spit what seed? There are 3,000 seeds in the middle of the pavement here, and we've got to identify whose is what. I guess they need to write initialed watermelon seeds. I can't identify. Out here, we have a pretty good range out here going, and now we're going to be, they're ready. They're getting ready for the, yes, put it back around here. More seeds are needed. They've already used up the current supply, but I think there's many seeds left in the festivities. Do we need to interview? Yes. Are you ready to spit watermelon seeds in the Shelby County contest?
Yeah,
Are you going to win?
I might.
Well, show us exactly how you pucker before the. That's a definite pucker. What's Chadwick doing? Here I'm trying to do interview. What are you doing?
We're passing out seeds here. You can't spit seed unless you got a seed. Y'all got seed?
Of course, two little orphans are running out here loose. Little Christian kids.
Get out of the way, please, sir.
Yes, I'm going. I'm moving. I can't imagine whose children those are. Ready?
I believe you got this one right here.
You won. You won that. Did you hear that? You won it. There are a lot of U's up there, though. They're still puckering for the contest here. We've already had, they did only 3 at one time, and now there's a discrepancy here on whose exact seed is located where. We're really having a hard time out of 3 identifying.
Mass spit.
I'm yet to figure out how they're going to tell who's what. All right, we're doing it one at a time now. We got. Now we're doing second. All right, right out there. All right. Oh, we got a man in the lead here. Oh, well.
Good shot. Back shot there, Mike.
Yeah. Getting over here. I know it. I'll pull the camera apart.
A little short, but still a lot of volume to it.
Okay. Oh, that was a good one. A good one.
Oh.
It's an almost nearly bout, but it's still second place. Okay. There it is, right there. I tell you, the techniques that are being used this year, I think, are a little bit more sophisticated than we've had in years past. Do you agree, Buster?
I agree.
Buster agrees.
State champion spitter and the pucker and everything else.
Yeah. How much can you say on the radio? I wonder what the crowd's thinking, anxiously anticipating out there what the next pucker will bring on the radio. I mean, you know.
Yeah, tell them that if they can't see this, just to tune the dial. Are we on the FM?
We're on the FM. All you radio folks over there, you just have to use your imagination at the annual Shelby County Watermelon Festival.
Must be 20 or 25 little kids online, and each one of them has their own individual pucker and spit.
Yes, and David Chadwick tried at first to have all of them spit at one time. He found out that the seeds were a little bit hard to keep up with. Then he tried it 3 at a time, and there's an argument developed and ensued immediately after the 3 went as whose particular seed it was. So then we started 1 at a time. So we're really developing, I think, the rules of the contest, adjusting as we go here. It's just... I think David's trying to spot the winners of each go-round. A spit-off. We're having a spit-off, Buster. But officially, I think we have designated an official spit-off here on the center square. Now, David Chadwick is lining up the contestants. Hey, I'm just trying to tell. We're trying to figure from moment to moment what to tell here. You know, the activities are so exciting because just any moment, the entire events change, and you really never know what's going to happen. We have our finalist here in the spit-off contest, and he wound up and I think it left the square. We have a world record. It fell in the crack in the
at the Rio.
At the Rio.
See, somebody's popcorn sack tonight at the Rio. Tape measure.
Tape measure. We're going to measure. We are going to have an official measurement. That's a first official measurement of distance here. At the, well, we just broke the official tape. It's a 6-inch tape. They took off like they were going to go forever, but they found out it ran out at about 3 feet.
I got a ruler. It's high quality entertainment.
Yes, it is. It really is. Of course,
our sponsors are going to cut us off after this.
Well, Memorial Hospital may need it after everybody gets this excited over one event, maybe a lot of cardiac arrest that they need help with, and definitely Memorial Hospital will be there to serve the public.
They're probably record this distance.
I wonder if there's a Guinness Book of World Records title held for watermelon seed spitting.
Probably. This could be it.
Well, we'll certainly enter it if it is. I mean, I'll send it in maybe. It must be a close finish over there because they're really gathered close around trying to designate exactly to the... Yes, it must be within a fraction of an inch, the difference.
Mitchell Jatun made it kind of official over there, you know.
Is he the officializer?
Well, he just kind of gave credibility to it.
That's very true.
If Mitchell's there, it's got to be honest and straight and that kind of stuff.
That's very true. Trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind,
obedient, cheerful,
brave, clean, and reverent. You got it. Do we have a result? A result here. It looks like a result standing out there. Well, let's get the micro. Hurry up, don't announce it till we can hear it. And the world over needs to know the results.
John Michael Sturman had 343 inches.
All right. Is that the winner?
That's the winner.
That's the winner.
Ed Johnson had 337.
Ed Johnson, 337 inches. How many feet is that, Chadwick?
Don't ask me. I only did inches. I can multiply 6 times 5.
Okay, we're glad to be here. They're taking official photographs of the winners of the seed spitting contest.
Now it's time for the watermelon eating.
Watermelon eating. Okay, we're going to the watermelon eating. I'm sure it's going to be almost as exciting as this. Let's go. Having the annual poster contest for the Watermelon Festival, and Mr. John Dean Wyndham has the announcement to make.
This is our annual poster contest that we put on our store each year. There are ribbons for the runner-ups and second, third place. There's a $100 check for the winner for the best poster this year. So we're going to call out the names of all the participants that were runner-ups first, and then we'll give ribbons to the third and second place. Now this contest was judged by
Henderson Main Street.
By the what? Henderson
Main Street manager.
The Henderson, Texas Main Street manager came down and judged these posters, so we had a fair and impartial judge. She gets a ribbon. Okay, our first place winner, the grand prize for the watermelon contest this year is Leah Hudson. Leah, I think I saw you here earlier. Here's your ribbon for first place. Congratulations. And here's your check from Wyndham Home Furniture for $100. Don't give it to your daddy. Congratulations to you. Okay? Folks, that concludes the watermelon poster contest. Next year, if you're interested, anybody of any age can enter in this contest. And we do give a $100 first prize and then ribbons for the remaining winners. Have a good time. Thank you.
Count our TV audience see this.
Oh, okay. Okay, Leah is 9 years old. And like I say, she was judged by the Main Street manager in Henderson, and she was the winner this year. And she's already gotten the check and run with it, I think. Oh, she's still over here. Okay, yeah. So Leah's right over here. Have you got her on film yet, Buster? All right, good deal. Okay.
We're here at the watermelon contest, and Leah has just won the contest for the poster. Leah, how long did it take you to work on the poster?
It took me 2 days.
2 days. That's great. It was really good, and you won
$100.
$100.
Get you some watermelon.
We have got the watermelons here that have been entered in the big contest. There are 7 of them. Buster's going to pan those. And Leah, would you roll out this large one over here so we can see it? Can you roll that out? She may need some help. Here we go. That is some watermelon, is it not? We hope you've enjoyed this year at the Watermelon Festival here on the Courthouse Square. We'll see you back next Sunday for the coffee shop.
No, let's put them over here. Look at that chicken. See that chicken? See that chicken? Buster Bound! That's Buster Bound! That's the man with the camera! Say hi, Buster! My God!
Get out of the way, Buster!
Hi, Buster! How you doing?
Be quiet, Hello.
If you want it. Over red bottom. Fish.
Go get some watermelon. There's some watermelon. Seriously, there's real watermelon.
Real watermelon. I've got fish now. You can get other places. We got the real McCoy right here.
Are we allowed to eat it?
Yeah.